This is the Wybot C2 Vision Robotic Pool Vacuum. Holding it, you'll immediately notice it's weighing in at about 24 pounds, so it's not light, but that sort of adds to the impression that it's meant to get the job done. The build feels premium, the colors are pretty classy, and the control panel is simple and right on top, which I really appreciate. I've been using the Wybot C2 Vision for a good while now for pool cleaning. When I first got it as a sponsor product, I was honestly just curious. I've dealt with a few robotic pool cleaners before, but they usually just bounce around randomly or miss some stuff on the pool floor, especially larger debris or the fine, annoying dust that never seems to go away. At first glance, what really sets this one apart is the built-in AI camera. That's not something you usually see on these kinds of robots. So here's my quick review based on real-life use. Not just reading off the specs. The key features that sold me on it start with the vision camera. This vacuum isn't just running blind. As it moves, it actually sees debris sitting on the floor, whether it's leaves, sand, or even chunks like rocks that I threw in as a test. This thing doesn't just glide past, or worse, push stuff around. When it comes across a larger piece of debris, it stops and ramps up the suction. You can actually hear and see it working harder to pull in whatever it finds. If it doesn't get it on the first go, it repositions and gives it another shot. In my experience, it almost always wins out, even with the stubborn debris. I tossed several stones in just to try and trip it up. And honestly, by the end, the unit found and picked them all up, except a tiny piece which needed a few passes. Watching it try, adjust, and come back was kind of entertaining, and really set it apart from the other bots I've used that just skip over tricky spots. For anyone wondering, the Wybot C2 Vision comes fully assembled, so there's no headache there. When you get it, you'll also find a universal retrieval hook for pulling it back out of the water. And that's pretty necessary, because again, it is on the heavier side. But honestly, I like that, since it feels stable in the pool and doesn't just float off course. You'll also get a charging adapter, which plugs in right at the back. Charging takes about 3 hours for a full battery, and it runs quietly for quite a while. More than enough for a thorough clean, in my pool at least. When it comes to the cleaning itself, it's got a large brush underneath, covering the floor and even the pool walls. The robot manages to climb up and scrub along the waterline, not just stop at the floor. This is actually a big deal, because stuff like algae and dirt tend to gather right where the water meets the tile, and a lot of cheaper vacuums just can't handle that. There's a wide intake on the bottom, so even larger debris gets swept right up, and there are some rubber flaps in the design. They don't seal it closed completely, but just enough so whatever goes in stays put until you're ready to empty the basket. Another feature I want to mention is the filtration system. There's a very fine mesh HEPA filter included as an option. For anyone new to these terms, HEPA basically means it catches really tiny dust and particles, not just big leaves. When I ran the vacuum, the filter always had a ton of fine debris, dirt, and sand in it, which I honestly didn't even realize was in my pool before using this. I like that the filter is easy to remove and clean. You just push on the latch, pop it open, and wash it out. Within a single cleaning session, especially in a pool under some trees like mine, you'll be surprised how much ends up in the filter. Stuff like pollen, tiny leaves, and small particles all get trapped. Just rinse and pop it back in, and it's good as new. The real smart part comes with the app. I was a bit skeptical, but it's actually simple to use. You connect through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and from there you can control the cleaning modes, whether you want the robot to focus on the waterline, the walls, just the floor, or do a full standard clean. There's even a turbo floor option for when your pool is extra dirty, or eco floor for a lighter daily clean. I'm not a super techie person, so I appreciated that the app doesn't overcomplicate things. With the app, you can also schedule cleanings, so the robot automatically goes to work at a set time without you having to remember. The scheduling is perfect for people like me who easily forget. The different path patterns are worth mentioning too. The robot isn't just wandering. The app allows you to set cleaning patterns, S-shape, cross, star shape for the floor, and N, H, or V shapes on the wall. That way, you actually get coverage everywhere, and you're not left with missed spots. It's pretty satisfying to see your pool go from scattered dirt and leaves to totally spotless across the bottom and walls. From my experience, the cleaning performance is top-notch, especially with the eye-powered targeting. I also have to mention, the operation is really quiet, almost surprisingly so. If you like a peaceful backyard, you'll barely notice it running. There are always trade-offs though, and I like to keep it honest in my quick review. One thing I noticed is that while it does an awesome job covering most of the pool, Sometimes corners or raised tanning ledges get missed, mainly because of the vacuum's shape and how it's programmed to move. Depending on your pool's design, you might need to give those spots a little extra attention. Also, the weight, while it adds stability, can make it a bit of a task to pull out. The retrieval hook helps, but it might be tough for someone who wants something super lightweight. As for the app, it's generally reliable, but I did have 1 or 2 times where it lagged or took a few tries to connect the first time. Nothing major, but something to be aware of. One other thing I found helpful is the warranty. Wybot gives 2 years of protection, which adds peace of mind if you're investing in a robotic cleaner like this. All the units are tested in water before shipping, so if you see any water stains on your robot, don't worry, it's totally normal. In my opinion, the Wybot C2 Vision Robotic Pool Vacuum is perfect for pool owners who want a smart, hands-off solution that actually does what it claims. If you're tired of constantly finding debris left behind after cleaning cycles, this robot's AI vision really helps target and attack those trouble spots. I'd recommend this for someone who has a mix of fine dust, sand, and occasional bigger stuff like leaves and branches. If you want to spend less time on pool maintenance and prefer reliable, efficient cleaning, this is a great choice. It's quiet, stable, and the scheduling feature makes it almost effortless. In conclusion, after putting the Wybot C2 Vision through its paces, I can say it's made pool cleaning a lot less stressful for me. The AI camera actually makes a difference. The app is truly helpful, and the suction plus the filter combo leaves my pool looking fresh every time. Is it perfect? Not quite, but it's easily the most effective robot vacuum I've tested so far. If you want less time cleaning and more time enjoying your pool, give this one a shot. I will leave detailed information about the Wybot C2 Vision Robotic Pool Vacuum in the comments for your reference. Thank you for watching.